Good Monday evening, everyone. Welcome and thank you so much for joining us as we present Health Minded Moms in honor of the upcoming Mother's Day celebration. We truly appreciate you being on tonight's call. Just let me assure you that you will not be disappointed as we have a great lineup of mothers speaking to you on the power of nutrition for children at any age. Those of us who are part of the Juice Plus family like to say that it benefits anyone from womb to tomb. You may want to grab a pen and paper to take notes. My name is Karen Farrell, and I became a partner with the Juice Plus company exactly 5 years ago when I had a miraculous turnaround with my 8 medical issues, which are mainly autoimmune. I did that solely by eating Juice Plus's 30 vine-ripened fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule upon the recommendation of my rheumatologist. I love spreading the word on what Juice Plus can do for the body. So we're going to jump right in, and we'll begin with a short video on Juice Plus products and our Healthy Starts for Families program. 4 other individuals will then share their personal mom stories of prevention, healing, and hope after eating the whole food nutrition that's in Juice Plus. You may even see reflections of yourself in their stories. Before we get started, please know that Juice Plus does not purport to cure any illness or disease. Although after hearing from these amazing moms and Brenda Proctor, you'll understand why that statement's getting harder and harder to abide by. Juice Plus actually heals and protects the cells from degradation so that the body can heal itself. Without further ado, we'll start our video.
When it comes to our health, diet is at the center of everything. And fruits and vegetables need to be at the center of our diets. I'm here today to tell you more about Juice Plus, whole food-based fruit and vegetable capsules that have helped thousands of people jumpstart their journeys to better diets and healthier living. We all know we need to eat lots of fruits and vegetables, half our plate at every meal. And we need to eat a wide variety too. But for most of us, even on our very best days, it's hard to do that. And that's where Juice Plus comes in. Juice Plus fruit, vegetable, and berry blend capsules provide whole food-based nutrition from 30 different fruits and vegetables that helps us bridge the gap between what we should eat and what we actually do eat every day. I say whole food because it is food concentrated to deliver a powerful nutritional punch in a few small capsules. We harvest the produce at just the right time to ensure the nutrition is at its peak. Freeze the produce to lock in that nutrition, and then pulverize everything, peels and all, where possible, into a pulp to unlock that nutrition and concentrate it. The peel is really important because let's take an orange, for example. There's more vitamin C in the peel than in the fruit itself, gram for gram. And if you're like me, you don't usually eat the peel. We dry that pulverized pulp, peels and all, at carefully controlled temperatures to protect the nutrients from damage. Then blend it along with other plant-based ingredients into Juice Plus fruit, vegetable, and berry blend powders, delivered to you in plant-based capsules or chewables. And we do all of this at state-of-the-art freezing, drying, blending, and manufacturing facilities. Juice Plus fruit, vegetable, and berry blend capsules check all the boxes. They're plant-based, they're vegan, even the capsules themselves. They're certified non-GMO, they're gluten-free, and they're third-party NSF certified, independently confirming that what's on the label is really in the product. Juice Plus is supported by over 25 years of independent clinical research conducted at prestigious universities and research centers around the world, showing the benefits of Juice Plus on heart health, lung health, cognitive function, the immune system, even our DNA. More than 40 peer-reviewed papers have been published in leading scientific journals, making Juice Plus capsules the most researched nutritional product of its kind ever. And get this, if you're a parent or a grandparent or even an aunt or uncle, you can get Juice Plus fruit and vegetable blend capsules or chewables free for a child by enrolling in our Healthy Starts for Families program. This is our way to get Juice Plus into the hands of more families and encourage healthier eating habits for the next generation. Juice Plus Omega Blend is a 100% plant-based omega that offers a unique whole food-based blend providing 5 different omega fatty acids, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. We say 100% plant-based because we bypass the middle fish and go straight to the fish's source, the algae. Juice Plus complete shake mixes make it easy to replace unhealthy calories with a healthier shake or smoothie. Mix with other healthful ingredients to start your day or enjoy lunch or as an afternoon pick-me-up. Complete is rich in plant-based sources of protein and fiber and contains an entire range of whole food-based ingredients different from those in Juice Plus capsules or chewables. Last but not least, there's Tower Garden by Juice Plus, a vertical aeroponic home growing system that lets you grow your own fresh fruits and vegetables year-round, indoors or out. We're proud that our Juice Plus products have been that one simple change that's helped jumpstart thousands of people to better diets and better health. We bet they can do the same for you.
Now we'll hear from new mom Jacqueline Spotka and her pregnancy story, as well as the mom of being the mom of a very active 9-year-old girl. Jacqueline is a functional medicine health coach who understands the importance of good nutrition. Jacqueline, take it away.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, so she kind of made me look awesome. I am a functional medicine health coach. I'm a mom of 2 beautiful little girls. I'm a wife, business owner. I have my own coaching and consulting practice. And I'm also a respiratory therapist, which will kind of share a little bit of why that's important when it comes to taking Juice Plus. And I did take some notes because I'm the type of person, I'm a little bit ADD where I could talk forever and I don't want to take up too much of your time. And I also don't want to do too much squirreling. So the first thing that I wanted to share was why did Juice Plus make sense for me? And being a functional medicine health coach, I tend to be the person that's actually very reserved and kind of hesitant to want to, people approach me a lot with different types of supplements and companies wanting me to be a brand distributor of different companies. And I'm very, very hesitant because there's so many companies out there that aren't, that don't have the integrity that I feel like Juice Plus does have. And so what I do as a health coach, I always commit to doing at least 90 days within a company. And so I invested my own money, my own time, my own research into learning about Juice Plus and why I decided to choose Juice Plus to invest in, because it's important to me as a coach to be able to know what best companies are out there to support my clients. And so it made sense to me because it was real food. So many different, a lot of the supplement companies out there aren't very regulated. And it made sense to me because it was real food in a capsule. It made sense to me because it had peer review research backing it up. And it made sense to me that in today's world, we just do not have the nutrients in our food. The food quality here is just poor. And so it made sense to me that I needed something that was going to support my nutrient deficiencies that we all tend to have if we cannot consume enough nutrients. And so those were the big, strong points of why Juice Plus made sense to me. Some other key points for me was that it helps with oxidative stress and inflammation. Right now in today's world, the big things that we're dealing with is autoimmune inflammation, stress management. And I felt like Juice Plus was a company or a supplement, not a supplement, it's real food. I catch myself saying that to people that helped with some of those big things when it comes to stress and inflammation. I brought my daughter on here because I wanted to share with you guys a story about what I noticed using Juice Plus. And really, I'm a healthy person, and so I might not notice as many benefits as other people did, but you cannot deny. Oh, oh, I thought I said, please mute myself. I can't mute myself. I'm talking here, but somebody else can mute themselves. Anywho, I wanted her to share her personal experience because we all know that I can't really mute my child. So she's going to tell you what her experience is. And what I saw with her, you can't deny it. And so what is it that you experience using Juice Plus?
So I love Juice Plus because
This isn't a commercial. You can just say your real deal.
because my feet were peeling one day, and they kept
They were
peeling and peeling.
bloody and peeling. Yeah.
And then I ate Juice Plus for a few days, and they started getting smooth and soft, and I really liked it because I
stopped using it.
Yeah.
I ate all her Juice Plus, so then she stopped using it and
yeah.
it came back, right?
hmm
Isn't that crazy? So long story short, every summer she does swimming and her feet, this was crazy to me. Her feet would peel and they would bleed and they would blister. And we used Juice Plus. She said a few days. It was actually 4 months, but it started to improve within a few days. I started eating all her Juice Plus when we ran out early, and her blisters and her bleeding and her cracking came back. And so you cannot deny the benefits of that kind of nutrients because nothing else changed. I can't get her to eat tons of fruits and tons of vegetables. And so it just made sense. The other thing that I noticed, I'm only going to share a few things. I had my daughter at 28, and then I had this little nugget at 36. And so I was geriatric pregnancy. They did a ton of different precautions. And the one thing that I changed based off of my pregnancy, because I was a healthy pregnancy with her, healthy pregnancy with this one, I was lifting, I was exercising, doing all the things. The only big thing that I changed was that I doubled up on Juice Plus. And so I'm someone that has premature babies. And so what I thought was pretty phenomenal is that despite her being a 34 weeker, we were able to take her home at 34 weeks and 5 days. And she only spent 5 days in the NICU, which is kind of unheard of. And the only thing I can kind of contribute that to was because they said that she was going to stay in at least till she was 36 weeks to 37 weeks, was that I used Juice Plus. Something else that I noticed with using Juice Plus when I doubled up in this pregnancy, I didn't have any constipation. Like I was having this is kind of TMI, but as a functional medicine health coach, you deal with the whole spectrum, was that instead of them giving me Miralax and laxatives and stool softeners, all I did was double up on my Juice Plus, and I didn't have any constipation throughout my pregnancy. And I don't know about you, but not having constipation is kind of a big deal. That's not very comfortable. Other things that I noticed that I felt was a huge contributor is that I had really bad acne. Ever since I was 21, I had really bad acne, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And it wasn't immediate. It took about 6 months for me to really notice. And how I know it is contributed to Juice Plus is because my skin was so erratic. It would constantly like break out, and it would go with hormones and all these different things. The one thing that was kind of constant for me was Juice Plus, and my skin has been the most consistent. Have I had flare-ups? Absolutely, but way few and far between. And then the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys was, why do you continue to use Juice Plus? I continue to use Juice Plus because I am someone that I'm so in tune to my body that when I invest in supplements, it started to crave it. It started to want it. It started to and I'm not even like a huge,
Craving person.
no, not a craving person, like a big salesperson. But when you kind of have, I'm sure all you guys have experienced this when you've taken maybe a supplement, or you used a certain type of food and you don't know why you want it, but you keep getting it. And that's what Juice Plus was for me. And so when I know that my mind and my body continues to want something, without me realizing how amazing it is, because I already felt pretty well, that's why I keep taking it. And it makes sense, and it's real food. And if I don't get enough fruits and vegetables and colors, I'd never feel bad about it. So that's my story.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for sharing. We so appreciate you taking the time to be with us, especially given your ultra busy schedule and being very sleep deprived. Next, please welcome Erin Vogelson, preschool teacher and former health coach, as she talks about entering the school system and among other things. Erin, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. So happy to be able to share my story. My story begins with the introduction of just health, fitness at all, health, wellness. I am a wellness coach as well, and I've done fitness coaching and realizing that, you know, in order to be a healthy person, you have to definitely flood your body with fruits and vegetables every single day. When I was introduced to Juice Plus, I jumped on it right away because of the information that was presented to me and what the peer reviews and all of the information that took to me really, 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 really close to heart. Before having children, I dealt with a lot of eczema and just understanding that all of the issues and concerns of my health history had to deal with what was going on inside in my DNA. And to be a wise woman and to walk into motherhood, those are some things that you need to definitely have is wisdom. And Juice Plus just made sense because it's fruit and vegetables, it's whole food. And I was preparing myself, unbeknownst to me, with what was ahead of me. I had trouble getting pregnant, and I had trouble of, conceiving. But with Juice Plus, my body was being prepared to carry my son when I did finally get pregnant. And I got pregnant. It was a very healthy pregnancy. At 36 weeks, I went to the doctor and things shifted. I was told that my blood pressure was high, but my son, Javon, was ready. He was ready. He was head down, 36 weeks, ready to go. I was able to deliver him 36 weeks. He was completely healthy, no NICU. He was under 5 pounds, but he checked out really, really well. And so I was released with my son at 36 weeks. And with Juice Plus being in my body, I was able to definitely, after having a C-section, I was able to recruit quite fast, to be honest. Okay, so unbeknownst to me, 6 months after having Javon, I was pregnant with number 2. That was a surprise. I wasn't expecting to get pregnant so fast. So Ethan came along. Ethan was right on time, no complications at all. So all of my babies, Javon and Ethan, are Juice Plus babies for sure. Now, when you think about your family's health history and your husband's health history, that's a combination. You're taking his health issues and your health issues and you're bringing together. There's one thing that I prayed for was that my boys wouldn't have to suffer with the things that we suffered. So now speeding up to 5 and 6 now, they absolutely love their Juice Plus. They take it every single day. And when I'm preparing meals, they definitely eat their vegetables. They definitely eat everything that's pretty much on their plate. And when I am wanting to introduce them to something new, I always tell them, I said, listen, this may be new, but we're going to try it anyway. So no yucky faces going on. And they try it. And sometimes they like it and sometimes they don't. But it's about really training your child The Proverbs that reminds me of that is Proverbs 22:6. It says, train your child in the way they should go, and when they're old, they will not depart. And training always consists of being consistent with what you're teaching them. Now that Ethan and Javon are learning to read, we read labels. Okay, so we read the labels. We have to read labels now because they're in school. And with parties and invitations, all of this candy is definitely being flooded their way. There are peer pressure. Mom, can I have this? Mom, can I have that? So I have to take time. I said, well, let's read the label. And they read the label. I said, do you understand that? No, I don't understand that word, Mommy. Well, your body doesn't understand that word either because it's not food. So they're processing things as they go along. And if they can't understand a word and I don't understand that word, that means it's something that is processed and that has to be taught. I get asked a lot of questions because they're getting older now. Well, Mommy, why I can't have that? Because those ingredients don't recognize as food in your body. So what that does is toxins it's in your system. Now I have to flood you with Juice Plus. So now they get it. They get it because I'm teaching them. And wisdom always comes with understanding. Let them have understanding about what they're putting in their bodies. I'm training leaders. I'm training men to be fathers. And what's in their DNA will pass on to my grandkids. So it's imperative to me that they're getting all their fruits and vegetables. And now that I'm working, no, I'm not home all the time. I can't fix everything from scratch. I have to do meals that will accommodate our schedule now. Now, it's still a lot of fruits and vegetables, but I always have to think in my mind, well, if we didn't get it in today, I can trust that they're taking their Juice Plus. And sometimes I let them double up depending on the day. Now that they're in school, now you get a lot of kids that have a lot of sneezing and allergies as well too. Now I'll say this was a tough allergy season for my kids. I see their face turned, but then that clues me in. Okay, let's double up on this Juice Plus. Let's make sure they're having natural soaps. Let me make sure that all of the things that they're using on their skin, it's a natural product. And once we start doubling up, I can see a very difference in their skin tone. Heat bumps go away, and I can see a clear skin. Now, for me as a mom, jumping into a new season where I have to get everybody out for school. I have to make sure lunches are packed. There's a lot of stress that contributes to that. Going from school to home and back. For us moms, we go from work, and when we come home, we go into work. There is no break for us. But I know that when I double up on my Juice Plus, when I'm getting this fruits and vegetables, that gives me the urge to, okay, and now I got more energy. Let's tough this out. Let's get the homework done. Let's get all the things that we need done for this evening. And it works. It works. And with the little sleep that we're getting because of the schedule and training and teaching, and it is an imperative. For me, Juice Plus, it's a lifestyle for me. It's not something that I'm gonna turn off of it, because when I don't take my Juice Plus, there's a big difference in my energy and how I approach life. When you are modeling healthy habits, there is an attitude, a joy that you have to do it in, and you can't do that on fumes. So for me, to keep me going, hands down, I have to continue to take Juice Plus just so I can be present in the moment and be alert when questions are thrown my way. So thank you all for this opportunity, and that concludes.
Thank you so much for presenting. Thank goodness your boys have had a healthy nutritional baseline throughout their young lives. Now let's listen to Allison Hodges, a mother who will be sharing her health journey with 3 active boys on long-term disease prevention and allergies. Allison?
Hi, everyone. Yes, I was listening to those other stories and I kept thinking, that's me. Yes, that's part of my story too. My story actually started with a crisis. And I think that's a lot of times what it takes for us to move to change in our life. So I began learning about the correlation between diet and disease during my father's cancer. And all the research we looked at pointed to the role of nutrition, specifically consuming a lot of plant a day. And so I just saw a quote the other day from a functional medicine doctor. I'm going to read it, get it right, but it says, he said, no other activity you do every day has more power to change your biology than what you eat. And so that's what we learned many years ago through that cancer. And we began changing our diet, changing our eating habits. But it was literally only a few days in when I realized it's impossible to get the number and variety of produce that's recommended every day, and not just recommended, but actually critical for optimal health. So, we all have a tendency to kind of eat the same things over and over. My husband will often joke that even when I pick up something like beets that I don't care for, more often than not, even with good intentions, I end up throwing them out a couple of weeks later when they're rotten at the bottom of the refrigerator. So it's a challenge for all of us. When I heard about Juice Plus, it immediately made sense though, because I had done that research. I knew that we needed to get our vitamins and minerals from food, not from an isolated synthetic supplement. And so when I learned that Juice Plus was food, fruits and vegetables and capsules or chewables, I just knew that was the answer problem, the solution to fill in our gap from what we weren't getting from our diet. So that was 2008. And we actually, everybody in the family got started, and all three of my boys were able to participate in the Healthy Starts program. So stay tuned and you'll hear about how kids can get the fruit and vegetable blend for free. But we started for long-term prevention, not expecting to see anything. But as Karen mentioned, allergies was part of our story. My husband and one of my boys had terrible seasonal allergies. And what we noticed about 8 months to a year in was that they had it very minimal that particular year. The next year, it was even more so. And then they have really been non-existent since the second year. We just have looked back all these years and realized that we get sick less often, but also when we do get sick, it's just shorter in duration and not as severe. My oldest son was diagnosed with the flu in December, right before final exams in his college years. And he took, I just told him to take extra Juice Plus, but one of the things that I was amazed at was probably within 48 hours, he had bounced back. And I can assure you, we all know the role that nutrition plays in our immune health. He probably was not getting great nutrition, to be honest, in college, but he had been getting the nutrition of Juice Plus for all those years. And so we really did see the benefits there. And then one last story. One of my boys was diagnosed with ADD in middle school, and his doctor was always prescribing or recommending a fish oil omega supplement. You all are probably familiar with omegas and the benefits it is for our. I was uneasy about putting him on something due to the mercury contamination and other concerns about fish oils. So when the Juice Plus vegan omega blend came out in 2017, he was the first in our family to get on it. And he noticed a big difference in his ability to focus on those boring textbooks. If you know anything about ADD, it's when they can really zone in and focus on things that are interesting. And when it's not, it's really difficult. So that got him through college, and now, just out in the workforce, staying focused. So my three boys are grown. I think Karen was going to show a picture, but we got a big crew. My boys are grown, and it's amazing because, especially with guys, it's amazing that now that they're off of our purse strings as grown adults, that they really saw the value to continue to take Juice Plus even on their tighter budgets. We have a 3-year-old grandson, and he has twin sisters who are almost 1. They benefited from Juice Plus in the womb, as my daughter-in-law took it throughout her pregnancy, throughout nursing. And so we're so grateful for that. And then I am especially blessed that both of my daughter-in-laws, the 2 boys that are married, that they have joined me in this mission of inspiring healthy living. The one thing we do know is that Juice Plus is something that we're going to be taking for life. There's just not going to be a time that we get raw, organically grown, vine ripened produce day in and day out. And so we are just really committed to wanting everybody that we know and love to know that Juice Plus exists. So I'm going to turn it over to Brenda.
And to close us out this evening, we have Brenda Proctor. She became a national marketing director with the Juice Plus Company in 2017 and will be sharing her perspective as an educator on the importance of adding Juice Plus to your family's health regimen and about her Healthy Starts for Families program. Brenda?
Hi. My Juice Plus story began about 20 years ago when I was a single mom and a public school teacher. For 34 years, I enjoyed teaching kids of all ages, from preschool through high school. But my best years were spent as a reading recovery specialist teaching the most at-risk first graders how to read. At that time, I had been struggling with many health issues personally for years, and Juice Plus had totally restored my health and vitality. After experiencing the power of whole food nutrition, I began giving my students in reading recovery. I taught 4 kids individually. I began giving our chewables as a healthy reward for any progress they made, and they loved them. So I'd like to share two of their stories. I couldn't begin working with Lee individually until January, but I was in his classroom every day and I knew him very well. This poor little guy literally slept through every day of first grade. I mean, all day, every day, head on the desk, drooling, totally out of it. We woke him up to go to lunch and specials. Finally, after getting permission, I began working with Lee one-to-one. I discovered that Lee loved the chewables and would do about anything I asked him to do to get some more. 4 days later, after I started working with him, I had just begun working with another child when I got a phone call from their teacher demanding that we come back down to the classroom as soon as possible. I'm like, wait a minute, we haven't even gotten started. She goes, no, you have to come now. So of course, we're on the other end of the school building. And by the time we walked down there, when I opened the door, the entire class yelled, Lee's awake, Lee's awake. After only 3 days of getting that nutrition from those chewables in his system, Lee was able to stay awake all day. And we saw remarkable results with him. Another one of my stories is another teacher friend had a little boy named Tommy, who was a tiny little guy who had over 50 warts on his arms, hands, and fingers, making it hard for him to hold a pencil, turn pages in a book, or carry just about anything. So I had spoken often with his mom since he'd been diagnosed about 2 years when he was 2 years old. And the doctors had tried several treatments on that poor thing, but they had only made him worse. They burned him, they cut him off, and they just kept getting worse and worse. So I shared Juice Plus with her, and she immediately went on our Healthy Starts program. After only 2 weeks, she called to tell me that he loved the chewables and that his warts weren't hurting him as much as they had, and they hadn't discovered any new ones. After about 2 months, she called me as they were getting ready to go on vacation, and she was getting ready to put the treatment on his hands, only to discover that they had all dried up. There were still some scars of them, but he no longer suffered with warts in any way. Actually, warts are a virus, and so this completely took care of it. So that's one of our amazing stories. Wow, isn't this beautiful? Can you imagine getting all these fruits, veggies, and berries in your body and your children's bodies every single day? Especially when they're raw, vine ripened, better than organic, and carrying the NSF certification, which is the highest in the world. So what is Healthy Starts program? Well, this Healthy Starts program empowers people of all ages to make simple but meaningful healthy changes to their diets and lifestyle. And it allows Juice Plus customers to give the gift of the Juice Plus Essentials fruit and vegetable blend capsules or chewables to an eligible loved one. Over the last 20 years, the Healthy Starts program has impacted over 4 million people around the world. So how does it work? Well, when someone signs up, an adult signs up for the Juice Plus fruit and vegetable blend, capsules or chewables, they can gift those same fruits or vegetables to any child between the ages of 4 all the way up to the day before they turn 26 for free. The only expense they pay is a $12 shipping charge every 4 months. We also want to see that to each one of us to encourage kids to take their Juice Plus every day, just like we are. And the cool thing is that it can be your child, your grandchild, your niece, your nephew, your godchild, or even the gift of the child next door, any child that you love and care about. And one of the things that's most exciting is that the Juice Plus company and our partners have contributed over $50 million in products annually since this program began. So what are the benefits of Juice Plus Essentials? Well, first of all, it's getting more fruits and veggies in your kids' bodies and in your bodies. So we bridge the gap between what we know we should be eating and what we actually are. You can rest assured that all of our products are carefully produced to maximize the amount of whole food nutrition inside. And again, carrying that NSF certification means that the capsules and the chewables meet and exceed the very strict guidelines for quality and safety. So all of our capsules and chewables are gluten-free, made without any GMO ingredients. They're vegan, they're certified kosher, plant-based, and minimally processed. And here is the exciting part. We have an optional surveys that parents fill out. And one of the things that we notice is that 89% of respondents to our surveys tell us that Healthy Starts has made their young person more aware of their health and awareness overall. When kids and young people participate in the Healthy Starts program, 71% of them, 71, are consuming less fast food and soft drinks. 61% are eating more fruits and vegetables. 71% are drinking more water. 66% visiting the doctor less. Can you imagine 66% less your child's having to go to doctors and you're missing work and they're missing school? 60% fewer days of school missed, and 56% are taking fewer over-the-counter and prescription drugs. I can't imagine anything more powerful than helping our kids have these kind of results. The wonderful thing too is getting started is easy. All you have to do is when you sign up, you talk to the person that shared this video with you, and they will help you and your loved one get signed up. And then we just urge our customers and our loved ones to take their Juice Plus every day. And we also send out optional surveys if you're interested in documenting the impact that Healthy Starts has had on your family.
Thank you so much, Brenda, for tying our evening up with a great big bow. What a comfort it is knowing that you can have peace of mind by adding whole food nutrition to your family's diets. Our heartfelt thanks to all of our generous speakers. I'm sure you will agree with me in saying that their information and stories are both inspirational and hopeful. Maybe you mothers on the call felt a twinge of familiarity in our speakers' narratives. If something they offered struck a chord with you, or if you need additional information, or perhaps you're ready to begin your own journey with Juice Plus, please get back with the person who invited you to this evening's event. They will be more than happy to share our mission of inspiring healthy living around the world. Thank you again for your time and attention. Have a wonderful Mother's Day this weekend.